Pixel 8 Pro and Pixel 8 is finally in-house. Let me give you my first look of the hardware, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a talk. We've got the Pixel 8 Pro on the right and the Pixel 8 on the left. So of course, we've got the Pixel 8 Pro in a hero color known as Bay, or Bay Blue as people are calling it. And we've got obviously the Pixel 8 on the left in the hazel color. Let's start with the Pixel 8 Pro. Here we have it in the Bay Blue color. And one thing I would immediately say is that the satin matte finish at the back is a welcome change compared to the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 7 Pro when it comes to the glossy finish that they had. Now, in terms of the metal frame, it is still a polished metal finish, which I do wish it was a matte finish. But nonetheless, we're getting there. There's progress. It pretty much follows the footsteps that the Pixel 4 had when it comes to a matte finish. Of course, you've got the obsidian color, which is black, and you've got the porcelain, which is meant to be kind of like the cream white color that you've got here. Again, on the right side, you've got the power button and a volume rocker. Again, how indifferent you feel to it being in that position, in that order, is really up to you, but it's pretty much the same as what we're seeing on all Pixel devices. And of course, we've seen the progression of the visor now being merged, but in that circular format. And I will bring out the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 7 Pro so you can see the design progression of what we had. Everything's slightly more rounded as well. Of course, it's the millimeter wave antenna that's built in there. Of course, USB-C at the bottom, microphone, bottom firing speaker, top firing speaker. And of course, the main change that we're seeing here is that the display is flat. And this is pretty much it when it comes to the physical hardware and first look of the Pixel 7 Pro, of the Pixel 8 Pro. Let's bring out the previous generation. So what we have here in showing is the Pixel 7 Pro on the right, and you've got the Pixel 6 Pro on the left. So we can see where the progressions happen. They fully blended in with the black visor at the back. And obviously you've got the ×4 optical zoom lens. It went up to ×5. They separated it, but I never really liked this particular design in terms of the separation, but I really like where they've come in the middle when it comes to the design progression and what we're seeing here. And of course, we moved over from a glossy to a matte finish on the back. So that's a good look, Google. I'm liking that. And that's the Pixel 8 Pro first look of the hardware with no unboxing. Next, let's move over to the Pixel 8. So we've got the Pixel 8 right here, right? And we've got that in the hazel color. We've got that obviously in the rose, as well as the obsidian black color. So here we have it. Now, this is still a glossy finish, right? Wish it was a matte finish. And the metal frame, the aluminum frame, is a matte finish, which pretty much follows the design materials combo that they've gone with previously on the Pixel 7. So with the Pixel 6 as well. Again, same location with the power button and the volume rocker on the right, with the power button being smaller at the top, volume rocker being bigger. SIM ejector tray, no millimeter wave on that one in terms of the antenna. Dual cameras, as well as obviously the USB-C at the bottom with the microphone and the bottom firing speaker, top firing speaker. And again, here's where we have a flat display, which has been the signature dish for the Pixel 8. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the first look and hardware of both the Pixel 8 Pro and Pixel 8. Let's now have a conversation, because this is going to be quite a tough one for me to do, if I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't know if there's anyone else that is part of the Team Pixel Early Access crew that kind of feels this way. But you're probably wondering, hey, we've already seen Google announce this product. We've seen people in, Canada and USA, in the North American continent, getting hands-on, having a local event, getting hands-on, pretty much getting to showcase you all the new features. Now I've got this today that just came in, and I'm recording it as of Friday. And this is the note that came in, right? And if you're wondering why I can't show you any more than what I've been told, it's pretty much down here. No unboxing, only first look content can be captured and shared. No showing of any of the UI. Only the hardware can be seen in the first look content. This is why I showed you the hardware, the physical hardware of the devices. No mention of the device's new and current features. No mention of the operating system. So pretty much everything that's there. So if you're wondering, this is the reason why I can only show you the physical hardware. I also want to answer some questions as well, right? Because a couple of my watchers and audience did ask me a couple of questions and put things out there. First one is on Twitter, @_unknown_he, 2 days ago. It says, @loverofTechBA, that's the handle on Twitter if you want to follow, or X as they call it nowadays. Waiting on your Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro videos, bro. I can't wait, smiley face. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support. The devices are in. I am under embargo. I had another question as well on my pre-reaction video that I did on the Pixel 8 versus the Galaxy S20 FE. So if you want to watch that and show support, definitely. So when will we see a physical comparison? Well, again, I'm under embargo, which I will tell you that is the date I've been given is next week, Thursday. So that's all I'm going to say to that. So whenever the time is for next week, Thursday, you will see that. And this was even a comment on a YouTube video that wasn't anything to do with the Pixel, right? It says, hello, will you be reviewing the Pixel 8? And the answer is yes. Again, I'm on the embargo. That's pretty much the situation that I'm in right now. I'm saying this because it's a bit of a strange one, right? And I want to come from a place of gratitude. Like, I'm super, super grateful. No one needs to tell me how grateful and how lucky and fortunate I am to be part of the early access crew. I ain't trying to make this into some life hoo-ha thing, like, but people like me, where I'm from and what I've been through, I don't usually get selected for stuff like this. Half of the time, like, we get missed, and I appreciate it. Hence why when you see me push out the content, I do everything to make sure that everything's put out the best I can. But I did kind of feedback that this situation is a bit weird because people did also ask, hey, you know, where was your early access Pixel content? And honestly, in the UK, we did not get any early access hands-on event, whether it was a day before, a week before, where we could just showcase or talk about some of the new stuff that you could see. We've only been dealt this one where we can't turn the phones on. We can't even show you the lock screen. We can't even show you the home screen. Basically, in the current state that we're in, if we want to do anything before, you know, our embargo date next week, Thursday, that I've been given, these phones basically look like dummy phones, right? And it's a bit of a strange one. It's a bit of a strange one. I kind of understand where it's coming from. And again, I'm not complaining from a point of, I've signed a non-disclosure and I'm gonna follow the rules. I'm not gonna break it and rock the boat in that sense. But this is just more of a response to my audience that, hey, I'm intentionally not trying to hold back on any content to be done. It's just the restrictions that is. But it's also it's a bit of a tough one, more because of the fact that it's like there's not necessarily a level playing field, right? I know some people's embargo, from what I've been told, is next week, Wednesday. Why there's potentially two separate embargoes, I don't know, for two separate regions, I'm really not entirely sure. And it makes it very, very difficult to try and give, you know, you as my audience the chance to really see my content, right? I mean, the saying goes like this: content is king. And one thing I will say is that as mid-level as my content is, or as decent as my content is, as I would like to think, right? I am someone that can produce content consistently, right? So that's not a problem, but distribution is queen. And one thing I know about the YouTube algorithm sometimes, and just the content algorithm and platform algorithms, is even if you do a great video, great thumbnail, you intentionally time it at the time that it makes sense, you're not always guaranteed that it's just going to get pushed. Even if people are subscribed and they've turned the notifications, which I hope you have, right? It's not guaranteed that you'll see what's being pushed out. It's just the unfortunate truth. Does that make me, you know, feel some way and stop doing content? No, I genuinely love doing it, right? And I think there's a certain duty of care that I have for you all wanting to see my perspective on these products, which is very, very humbling for me. But it's kind of hard to, when it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot more work than people think. And there's this thing where at this point, you're worried that, hey, it might just not go out there. And I'm no one important enough where I've got a size where, you know, the numbers are going to be made up anyway, where I push the content out late or not. But it's not having a chance to do it properly compared to like others where it kind of makes sense. It does make it a lot difficult. Is that going to stop me from doing the content that you want to see? No. Because funny enough, I still enjoy making it. However difficult camera comparisons are, hey, it's something I rock and I'm going to make sure I do. So Stick around, I will be doing an ultimate camera comparison. It's most likely going to be a freeway with the Pixel 8 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And likewise with the Pixel 8, that's going to be going against the iPhone 15 as well as the Galaxy S23 or S23 FE, depending on which one is still here or if the S23 FE comes through. So don't doubt that. And of course, we're going to be doing our special edition live stream reviews, which is something I thoroughly enjoy. But it's just more of a bit of feedback and consideration that sometimes it's a bit of a strange one when there's a separate type of restrictions that's put on there, because I don't know, maybe it just dents a bit of confidence to know whether the products are finished and ready to go live. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but this is just more answering you as my audience to let you know that, look, content is there, the devices are here. There's just an embargo that we got to wait on, and there's heavy restrictions as noted. So I appreciate your patience. You guys are the real ones, aka as I like to call you all, Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad. Stick around, make sure you sub, and make sure you turn the notifications so you don't miss it. We've got more content coming on the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro. Peace out, love you all, easy.